Hello and welcome back to the Gen 5 tour for the Cucumber Cup Classic Circuit with me, GigaSaurusGames, and this is the first map. I'm prepping for my first match of the 3 games against Spfunkm, and we are about to battle in about 10 minutes, and I have not built yet because Pools just released today. So I'm on a time limit to build my team, and I'm even going to go ahead and record how I built my team so everyone can laugh at my terrible team building style. So the teams that we're looking at are here. My team's in yellow. I was just copying off of documents. So I built a Garchomp team. I think I made some mistakes in my drafting. When I drafted Alakazam, Rotom Wash, Blastoise is on the board. I should have taken Blastoise over Rotom Wash. But my opponent does not have a spiker that I fear. I'm not going to worry about toxic spikes coming out of. I think Tentacruel gets toxic spikes. I'm not, but I'm just going to accept that as a possibility. So I'm not going to bother bringing my spinner. Also, my opponent's team. Well, hang on a minute. Does my opponent's team have a fighting type? So Kieran Black is Ice Dragon, Raikou is Electric, Tentacruel is Water Poison, Bronzong is Steel Psychic, Shaman is Pure Grass, Uxie is Pure Psychic with Levitate, Togekiss is Normal Flying in Gen 5, and Golett is Ground Ghost. So actually, I don't need... There's no fighting type, so it needs Sableye, and the only Psychic type is Bronzong and Uxie, but both those are defensive, so I'm not going to worry about... I don't need the Psychic immunity anyway, so I'm not going to bring Sableye, actually. So maybe Kabutops is coming. Consideration. So we're going to consider that. My opponent's top speed is Raikou. Raikou's has a base speed of... Let me look it up. Raikou has a base speed of 115. My top speed is Alakazam, which I believe is 120. Alakazam is base 120. Also, we are in Gen 5, so I don't need to worry about a dedicated lead. So I'm just going to go ahead and assume default that, given I don't need Sableye, Tangler or Kabutops are options, but it means I definitely want to bring my other 5. So I'm going to bring Alakazam, I'm going to bring Garchomp. I'm going to bring Rotom Wash. I'm going to bring Victini. And I'm going to bring Bronzong. I think that's a near certainty. And someone's going to have Stealth Rock. Kieran Black is there, so I do need to be careful of it. Kieran Black gets Terravolt, I think. Yeah, Kieran Black gets Terravolt, so Bronzong's Levitate is ineffective, as is Rotom's, so Earth Power hits both of them. Is there a ground type of note? Golett? I don't think Golett's... I'm not going to fear Golett that much, but also it's not a fire type of note. Rotom is locked to Levitate. Bronzong. Do I fear a ground move coming out of anything that matters? Shaman. Shaman could be running Earth Power. So I'm going to go ahead and run Levitate because I don't think there's a fire type move that I fear. Alakazam, I'm going to run Magic Guard because Magic Guard's a good ability, and we're in Gen 5, so I'm running Rough Skin on Garchomp. Victini only has one ability, Rotom only has one ability, and Bronzong we already talked about is going to be Levitate. Alakazam has base 120 speed, so Alakazam default outspeeds everything on my opponent's side. I'm going to bring Focus Sash on Alakazam with Magic Guard, I think. Unless I really want to nuke something with choice specs, but I think the answer is no. I think I want more flexibility than that. Especially because my opponent has a couple decent switch-ins to Psychic moves. And Bronzong and Uxie. So we're going to run Focus Sash. That seems fine. Do I need Psyshock over Psychic? What I'm hitting with Psychic. Kieran Black, Raikou, Tentacruel, Shaman, Togekiss, Golett. I think Psychic is fine. Don't think I need Psyshock. Their Stealth Rocker is Bronzong, also Uxie. Both are viable leads. I'm not bringing a spinner, probably, unless I bring Kabutops. Is Tangela doing anything? Tangela is a physical wall with a Violate that is a grass type. So, meaning useless against Kyurem Black. Raikou is special. Tentacruel is special with poison. Bronzong is defensive. Shaman is grass, but usually special. Uxie is special. Togekiss is special and super effective. Golett is Golett, so I'm not going to bring Tangela. I could bring Sableye. If I bring Sableye, it's for Prankster Shenanigans. But I don't see weather on that team, so it would just be for a low accuracy Will-O-Wisp on Kyurem Black, which might just set up sub on me. Though I could do it anyway, unless I want Kabutops. I think I will actually go with Kabutops, though. So I am going to have a spinner. So I don't just need to run Suicide Victini. Do I want Scarfed Garchomp? Their top speed is Raikou, but after that, I believe their top speed is base 100. So if I run Scarf Garchomp, it outspeeds everything not named Raikou, not named Scarf Raikou, and outspeeds Raikou if it isn't Scarfed. So I'm going to run Choice Scarf Garchomp because Kyurem Black scares me. We're going to run Dragon Claw. We're going to run Outrage. Dragon Claw for Kyurem Black. We're going to run Earthquake for Raikou because it's dual stab. The switch-in is Bronzong to both of those. So I could run Fire Blast because it'll probably be running special Fire Blast. So Garchomp's attack is not a full double of its special attack, so Fire Blast is going to do more than Fire Fang. Fire Blast also hits Shaman if it tries to switch in. We're going to run Stone Edge for Togekiss. Does that hit everything I need to hit? I'm going to say yes, probably. So Fire Blast for Bronzong and... Stone Edge for Togekiss, I'm going to say... Yes, it can miss. I also don't care. So Stone Edge, and I'm going to run Fire Blast. Physical Bias Mixed Scarf would look like this. I am fine with that spread, I think. Garchomp's 102. I'm going to do outspeed base 100, so I'm with Tentacruel, so I'm just going to call that good enough. Alakazam is hitting. The only thing can't hit with Psychic are things that can't hit with Psychic are Bronzong and Uxie. So let's go ahead and put on Shadow Ball for Uxie. And that might actually be all I care to run with it. So what else could I run? Because Shadow Ball will also hit Bronzong for neutral damage. And I don't like Focus Blast. So what can I hit for super effect? So is there a setup move that I like? Calm Mind, maybe. Calm Mind, maybe. Worth considering. Once I know where the Scarfer is, I can Calm Mind to victory. I could run Protect to check for a Scarfer. I don't hate that plan, but actually I'd rather have something to... No, you know what? I'm going to bring Focus Blast because I want to be able to hit Kyurem Black harder. Yes, because Kyurem Black's actually pretty bulky, and with my speed tiers, we'll probably be running bulk. So we're going to bring Focus Blast. And then I just bring another move, which again, consideration for Protect. I'm going to do that. If something comes in after Alakazam kills something, I can Protect in case checking if it's Scarfed, and then I can switch into something after that. Fast special sweeper would look like this: 120. I need outspeed 115. I'm gonna call that good enough. I'm not gonna worry about the calculation, but I'm gonna. Yeah, this is fine. So this means I'm not running a setup sweeper unless I'm running a setup sweeper on Victini, which I could consider. Victini outspeed does not outspeed Tentacruel is the big problem with that idea, but I could run. So if I wanted to do that, another possibility is I could run setup Kabutops. Think about it. Garchomp Scarf, so Bronzong's gonna be running Stealth Rock. We're gonna give it leftovers. This seems fine. Bronzong is going to switch into Kyurem Black primarily, I think. I hope it doesn't have Earth Power, so we're going to be physically defensive, so I need a way to hit Kyurem Black. Do I get Gyro Ball? I might just run Gyro Ball. I don't know the calc on it, though. Bronzong has base 33 speed, which is pretty slow. Oh boy. So in Gen 5, a Bronzong apparently usually runs Gyro Ball. If I'm hitting Kyurem Black, Gyro Ball could probably do half. Let's go with that plan. Do I need to hit anything else with it? So Gyro Ball's not going to hit Raikou or Tentacruel or opposing Bronzong very well. Hits everything else okay. I might run Explosion. So if I run Explosion, I can pivot into one of my heavy hitters. It's not a terrible idea. Also means you can't set up on it. And it's only recovery options are leftovers and rest. I'm not going to run rest. So I don't actually hate the explosion idea. It is worse in Gen 5 than it was in Gen 3 and 4, but I think I'm going to do it anyway. In OU, this is draft, it would usually be running HP Ice, Earthquake, Gyro Ball, Stealth Rock. I don't hit Earthquake. I can hit Raikou. Sure, I like this plan. That is not correct. We are running fully defensive. We're going to run plus defense minus speed, whatever that means to be, which apparently is relaxed. I'm going to say that's fine. This is how I switch into Kyurem outside of Earth Power. I do need to be afraid of Earth Power to some extent, but if it's locked into Earth Power, then it's not locked into something scarier, I suppose. Kabutops here. Is there a world where this could be my win con? So the team looks like this. I'm juggling like 4 windows right now. If I get a rock polish, let's see. So Aqua Jet hits many things, but really not many of them. So I'm gonna say Kabutops is not a win con. I will bring it for Rapid Spin. If I'm gonna bring it anyway, I'm gonna Focus Sash is not helpful if it's my spinner. What ability does it get? Weak Armor is interesting. Let's try something. Let's do... I don't know that I need a ton of moves. Let's go with Weak Armor. Let's see how Weak Armor ends up going. Because then if I run Swords Dance and I run Stone Edge, I can potentially kill things. Maybe. If I eat a physical attack that I can take. What am I talking about? I guess Bronzong. If I can eat an attack from Bronzong, or I guess Golett. Because that's the only thing I'm taking a physical attack from that I might live. And Bronzong might just Earthquake me. Never mind, Weak Arm is a bad plan. Probably better just not get crit. Is that team ever a rain team? Probably not. Well, let's not get crit. Solve an Aqua Jet then for priority. So I don't need Swords Dance then. What can I not hit currently? Rock, water, rock, water, rock, 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 water. So just use a better. So just give it Waterfall, I guess. Choice Band? Choice Band Rapid Spin? Choice Band Aqua Jet? Sure. What's their spin blocker? Golett. Their spin blocker is Golett. Yeah, okay. Choice Band. That seems probably fine. Base 80. What is base 80 helping with? Kyurem faster, Raikou faster, Tentacruel faster, Bronzong slower, Shaman faster, Uxie don't know. Uxie has a base speed of 95, so it's faster. Togekiss is around that speed tier. I don't know where, though. Base 80. All right, so run max speed for Togekiss. Golett is Golett. Okay, so the spread seems fine. So you're done, you're done, you're done. So I just got Rotom and Victini left. I'm almost so maybe Victini is my win con. It outspeeds everything. Outspeeds or ties the speed of everything not named Raikou. So maybe I run Special Victini. Because it gets Calm Mind, right? No, it doesn't. Never mind. What setup does Victini get? It gets Light Screen, Magic-Coat, Rest, Sleep Talk, Substitute, Sub-Taunt, T-Wave, Toxic Trick, Trick Room. Will-O-Wisp. Okay. What if I switch into V-Create? Tentacruel. We're just running Choice Band to Victini. I think my plan is I'm just gonna hit everything as hard as I can. That's not a legal move. Flame Charge would be funny. Fire, 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 electric, fire, 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 fire. You know, Choice Band and Flame Charge would be a funny way to close out a game. I don't think I need another move. We're gonna do that. It's a funny idea. It probably won't matter, but it probably won't come up, but we're gonna do it anyway. So that just leaves Rotom. I think I'm not gonna have a single win con. My plan is I'm just gonna hit things really hard, so probably Garchomp or Banded Aqua Jet wins in the end. So instead, we're gonna go ahead and do something else with Rotom. Rotom, if that's how I'm building this team, is going to be a pivot. So we're gonna give it Volt Switch. Obviously, we're gonna do Hydro Pump, unless I don't need anything to hit with water. I don't need anything with water actually. Kyurem, Raikou, Tentacruel, Bronzong. So resist both. I'd be hitting Raikou, I guess. Bronzong hit with Electric, Shaman resists both, Uxie hits with Electric, Togekiss hits with Electric, Golett doesn't. But actually, you know what? Different argument. I don't want to miss. We're going to run Shadow Ball. We're going to run Shadow Ball, and we're going to hit Golett with Shadow Ball. And we're not going to miss. We're going to Dark Pulse, so Togekiss isn't immune to it. We're going to run Pain Split, so I can switch in a couple times. What useful status moves else does it get? T-Wave, I suppose. Will-O-Wisp. I guess spread status around. Did they have a burn absorber? Shaman, I guess. Kind of it, though. Do I need a way to hit Tentacruel? I'm going to say probably not with Garchomp and Bronzong and Alakazam. We're going to earn Will-O-Wisp. Maybe it'll come up. That seems incorrect. Kyurem is Kyurem. I'm going to build... I'm already running Bronzong. We're going to make this specially defensive Rotom. If I'm running Volt Switch and Dark Pulse with my damage, I'm not going to bother running Special Attack to do damage. And you know what? Close enough. My opponent's already waiting for me, and it's already been 20 minutes of building. So the final team looks like this. I'm gonna check the legality. Team is valid. And we're gonna hope that nothing is wrong. I'm just going to pull up the rules doc real quick to make sure I'm not forgetting anything important. I don't have those. No. Right? We're in Focus Sash, right? Yes. Focus Band is banned. Focus Band is banned. King's Rock, no Lex, no quick, no. Not running Baton Pass, no. Don't have that. Not running Sandvale. Looks like we're good to go. And my opponent just realized that we have battled earlier in the tour. I think it was in Gen 4. Gen 5 draft. And my audio's still on. So Gen 5 draft. That's the team I just built. Let's go. Okay, I have no music. I'm sure it's fine. So they just brought their top 6, it looks like. No. They didn't bring Tentacruel. Oh, because I don't carry hazards, really. That makes sense. Oh, no. I do have sound. It's just quiet. That makes sense. And if they didn't bring hazards, I'm seriously considering leading Bronzong and setting rocks. Because I don't know that Bronzong's ability yet. So I don't want to lead either Garchomp or Victini yet. And I want to save my Focus Sash for later. We're going to do that. It might end poorly. My opponent might use Magic Coat, which would be funny. If they lead Uxie, I probably use Gyro Ball turn 1 just to check if it's going to Magic Coat me. It did not. Okay. Something's getting hit with Gyro Ball on the switch in. Apparently opposing Bronzong. Oh, that's a new speed tier thing. That's cool. Set rocks. We could probably trade rocks here. Oh, no, I'm just tricked now. Trick Iron Ball. I'm fine with that. You want to check your ability. Let's check your ability. All right. Good to know. What have I seen so far? Trick and Stealth Rock. Going to Kabutops. And spin. Kabutops goes down, and I go into V-Create Machine. Because we know it's not Focus Sash, and we verified it's Levitate, not Heat Proof. And they did not bring Tentacruel. So they did not bring a switch into V-Create. Especially not Banded V-Create. That goes down. Yep. Oh yeah, you don't have a dark. They don't have a dark type, do they? Can I move this up a little bit? Yeah, there we go. This is actually probably the best display organization I've ever had, because now you can see the bottom of the chat log. I mean, I'm banded, not scarfed, so, like, anything can switch in safely. I'm just gonna switch out unless it's Bronzong. Yeah, hello, Kirim. I'm not staying in on you. I've got 218 speed, so basically nothing outspeeds you. Go into Bronzong. This is before Kirim gets Dragon Dance or Scale Shot or anything to boost its speed, so the only thing to fear is Choice Scarf, and that's what Garchomp is for. And notably, Kirim is now locked into that, so I Gyro Ball it. Crit maybe mattered, depends on its set. Trick, Stealth Rock, Gyro Ball. Hard switch into Victini? Before Stealth Rocks? Yes. Yep. Bronzong goes down. Do I want Victini anymore? For Shaman, I suppose? For Shaman. Go into Rotom. Oh, you know what? I'm okay with that. It's gonna be annoying if I fully parried here, but I did not. So I just go into Victini. And now we find out various things. Flame Charge would be funny. You know what? Let's do a calc. That's not the window. Victini! Choice Banded Victini into a Togekiss. I'm sorry, into a Shaman. Into a bulky Shaman. If I hit it with Flame Charge... no. It is not a one-shot if it's bulky Shaman. It's not a one-shot, period, because this is a weak move, and also I'm Jolly. So, V-Create. Goodbye, Shaman. That was the last thing I cared about Victini for. I let Victini go down, or apparently... Okay, get flinched, sure, yes. Go into Alakazam. Go into Alakazam. All I fear is Flinchbot. I fear Flinchbot. Okay. That's okay. So in that case, the new plan is I sack Bronzong. I go into Garchomp, which is faster. And then I Dragon Claw. Does Dragon Claw kill offensive Togekiss from half health? I do not. We're gonna find out. So it definitely doesn't kill defensive Togekiss. But if it has no defense investment, it still doesn't kill. Or Stone Edging. I go into Rotom. HP Ice, okay. I Pain Split. Okay. And it is Calm Mind, so... Unless it's Calm Mind sub, I win because Garchomp is Scarfed. Lum makes me think not sub. And I go into Garchomp, and I win with a Scarfed Earthquake. And hey, Victini did its job. Everything. V-create everything. Upload and share replay. My computer. Oh, goodness. Check my opponent send anything spoilers. And yeah. And my opponent is saying they saw 0 ways to win this matchup. Probably partially because Victini. But yeah. So game plan worked. The plan was Scarf Garchomp to kill things that are fast and Victini to kill things that are slow, and the plan worked as intended. So yeah, my team, although I don't think I built it especially well, at least worked this time around. So good game, Spfunkm. And until my next match, I hope you all enjoyed getting to see me both battle and team build for once, since usually I team build off video. And so, hope you all enjoyed. This is GigaSaurusGames signing out. Bye!